Hello everyone. Today's LeetCode problem number is 3761, which is nothing but minimum absolute distance between the mirror pairs. So let me summarize the entire problem. We have given a nums array and we have to find out the difference between the index I and j, where the j's index value should be the reverse of the I index value. And one more thing we have to notice here is that I value should be always less than j. Let me explain this with an example. Here is our first example. So if we take the value 12, the reverse of the value 12 is nothing but 21. So the difference between this value is nothing but 1. If we take 21, the reverse of this is 12. As we have already discussed that j value should be always greater than I. Here the j value is 0 and the I value is 1. So which breaks the condition. That is the reason the value of 21 is minus 1. Whereas 45, the reverse is nothing but 54. So the difference is 2. Then 33, there is no matching or the reverse of it. So it is minus 1. So when we think of a solution, the first brute force solution that comes to our mind is nothing but we'll take one element, we'll reverse it, and we will search in the entire array. If we do like that, the time complexity will become big O of n square, which we don't want, and it also leads to time limit exceed. That is the reason we have to store the value somewhere. That is when the map data structure comes into our mind. Let me explain this with a code. Here is our code. As I said before, we use unordered map data structure and we are storing the value along with the vector. This vector is important because we may have the value of 21 here. So the 21 is stored here and here. That is the reason we use vector of int. And we are looping through the array and we are storing the values and their index. Again, we are looping through that array once again. We are taking that value, we are reversing this. I think most of us know the reverse logic. We can use this or we can use a string. We can reverse that and we can convert back that to the integer. We can use any of that. And here the map count. This function is used to check whether the value is in map or not. If reverse is 21, if we do map dot count of 21, it will return true or false based on the value in the map. So we are extracting that vector. We are using ampersand because we are just taking the copy of it. Then if we take the vector, this is used to do, this is for the binary search. Upper bound does what is nothing but, if we have a value 0, we need to find out a value which is greater, which is first greater value. If I take this example, the value is nothing but 0, and if we have the reverse in first index and one index, sorry about my handwriting, so we have to take this one because as they said we have to find out the minimum value, right? So we have to take the one which is nothing but first greater value. That is what this upper bound does. We can also do the binary search, but this reduce the time complexity. And we will check if it is equal to vector dot n, means we could not find the value in this vector. As it is not equal, we will find out the minimum. So this is what we does for the each and every value. At the end we will take the minimum. As they said that if we don't find anything, we have to return -1. So to make sure that condition is true, we are using this ternary operator. I i hope you have understood the problem. Thank you.